Greetings, strange travelers. This is Hephaestus over at Strange Earth UO. We are open and looking for players, veterans, newbies, all of the above. Our Shard welcomes you. This tutorial today is going to cover how to get started. I do have a wiki on it, but it's not as fun as just hanging out with me with a quick little video. So first thing I would recommend is going over to strange-earth.com, and it will land you on this little brochure page. Nothing too crazy, just shows a couple screenshots, but you're going to scroll down. What you're looking for is the Strange Wiki button. This page will then take you over to our wiki, which is just full of all kinds of awesome stuff. Like, for example, if you want to see our features, just type in a couple things like FE, and you can just tons and tons of information, plethora. But anyways, we want to go back to the main page. What we're looking for is how to connect. On the left-hand side, when you click on that, what we're looking for is the visit and download. This will take you over to our Google download, where you can then get a copy of the files. Now, we offer a lot more than just the files themselves. For example, when you download it, it's going to come in a zip. Those that are not familiar with zips, you can right-click on it and do the extract all, and you would just get a little wizard tutorial. You would follow it, and it would dump it right into the same folder that we're in. So that's kind of what happened here. But you can also double-click on it and drag it and drop it to your desktop or a folder of your choice. It's just up to you how you'd like to proceed. But anyways, once you have the bundle opened, you're going to get a plethora of information in here. Images, I'm going to skip past that. That's just the images used in the patcher over here. Plugins, this is the bread and butter for those that like to run scripts. You can see that we have Classic Assist, Razor Enhance, and Razor. And in those are additional scripts. Actually, that was a bad example. Let me go back up. Razor Enhance should have a bunch of scripts in here from some past users. Yeah, here it is, examples. So you don't necessarily have to start over. They're not the best tutorial scripts, but they're there to get you hungry for more or to scratch that itch. Anyways, going back to the main bundle, you have two more folders. You got the TazUO folder. This is going to have both actually the classic launcher content as well as the TazUO, and then the UO files. Now, the UO's files folder is going to contain all your custom, all our custom content. So without this, or if you change this name, it will cause issues with the client as well as the client patcher. So we're going to run through the client patcher real quick. When you double click on it for the first time, you'll get a Windows Protect Your PC warning. Just click on more information and run anyways. That's just because this is a community project and we don't have the funds to purchase that certificate. Now, you won't see this in the latest patcher because I do have this already published, but if you do have the older one, you will get a pop-up notification saying that a new version has been found. Would you like to proceed? Yes or no? So we're just going to click on yes. On my other screen, you can't see it. I just get a little user access control asking if I want to continue. It just says fetch latest patch. I'm going to click yes. Let me bring it over here. Perhaps I can show you what the loading looks like. This is going online. It's finding the latest version of this guy here and replacing it. So here's the final message. A new patcher has been successfully retrieved. Press OK to continue. Now we should actually see what the patcher looks like here. There we go. Now I am running ClassicUO, or the client on the other screen. So this does tell you that there will be conflicts if you're running UO, but you can still click OK to kind of get a feel for everything. But again, it is best to run this patch while UO is closed. By default, the system or the script, the patcher here that we ran, that's this window here, does look for that custom folder for UO files. If it can't find it, or if you have it located somewhere else, you can do browse folders and then you can go locate it. It will automatically select it. Here it's put in blank because I actually hit exit there. It did not want to resume it. But anyways, now that we're already patched, we should see that this goes straight to the client and or the patcher itself. So status window here is pretty straightforward, self-explanatory, but when we hit patch and play, we're going to see all kinds of details here that will be important for staff or yourself should you wish to troubleshoot if there is problems. Again, knock on wood, this has been pretty successful to the point where we're now up to version 3, so I've ironed out quite a bit and added a ton of features to this. Back to the features though, we just got done talking about the Browse Folders button. We have another section here that allows you to toggle between TazUO and ClassicUO, so simply just select the one that you like and click patch and play. Now it's going to go out and grab any adjustments. Here it found two files that were not part of the bundle. and it's going to download them. This is primarily because they're a little bit chunkier, but it got them real quick. If you get a security warning, we do want to continue. All these security warnings, you'll only get them one time as well. So when you click run, you'll now get the TazUO, and here is where we need to go to the gear. I just clicked on it. Keeps popping up on my other monitor as it's my primary. TazUO, this is not, again, meant to be a long tutorial for this process, but it does give us I'm going to give you a good starter here. And this first profile is just garbage. It just puts in a random name, so you can replace this. Let's see here, UO, Strange, Earth. And then for account name, password, you're going to skip those. We don't need to worry about presets. Earth.com. Oops. Leave the port the same. UO directory we already know is going to be the UO folders. So this is just pointing to another project, but again, it's the same philosophy. You just gotta make sure it's that UO files directory that is selected. And in this case, it wants a UO client, so this guy. Now it should be happy. Plugins, this is where you can do your Razor Enhance or Razor, whatever fun things you'd like, in Advanced. So at this point, everything's been saved. Every time we click away, you see the little green boxes pop up, so that just indicates that it caught those adjustments. Closing that, we can now see Strange Earth is listed there. Click play. Pausing for dramatic effect, because it's going to pop up here in just a moment. Maybe. There it is. Swing it over so you can see it. The music is kind of fun the first time, but it does get old real quick, so you can always obviously turn that off. And the first time you log in, you will get logins based off of whatever you type in. It will then search and create an account for you. Once you're logged in, you'll get prompted to register your account, and it is highly encouraged because you will get extra goodies on the hour, as well as additional system features within the game that will help you, enjoy it a little bit more. Those features, again, are optional, and it just makes it more fun. Primarily, like, there's a cool task system we recently published. I know, again, I went way longer than I expected on this tutorial, but I hope this brings some joy and fun to you and your family and friends, maybe even your foes, if you can get them into Felucia and start PvPing the snot out of them. And there are, I guess, some PvP areas outside of there, but I leave that to those that like adventures to go out and seek them. There are always tons and tons the Strange Earth UO. Thank you again for hanging out with Hephaestus, and can't wait to see what new stories unfold.